So, as we mentioned earlier, bolts are never really an issue in this run. That's one of the best things about the route, is that we only really purchase, like, 3 things the whole run. Oh, my mistake, 4. We purchased the gyrocycle for 5,000 bolts.
Unfortunately.
I actually looked and tried to find a way to not have to buy that, but, there's a glitch that
you can
actually
skip past it in challenge mode.
Yeah,
you
can.
A ton of health.
You can skip past it, and I've skipped past it repeatedly. But the problem is that the file that I skip past it in has 999 health and Trillium armor, as opposed to I think we had like probably 6 health and
I think it was like 22 or something. Not nearly enough.
And we had Ratchet's default armor, which I believe is called High Waters. Not actually sure about that. Then you see here I blow up all their titanium, blatantly ignore these space stations. They don't give you any bolts if you destroy them, so not gonna bother. This is
kind of a lame on-rails. I mean, all the on-rail segments are pretty lame, but this one in particular is like, oh, rip off of Star Wars, fly in the canyon, use the Force.
And then you fly through the really tiny shaft coming up here, and it's like Star Wars is actually very good nowadays. It's like Luke going for the one weak spot on the entire Death Star. It's so stupid. Can you imagine if somebody tried to make a movie with Star Wars storyline today? I mean, everyone loves like the Force and the idea that life is this universally black and white. But if somebody honestly put out like a that high production value movie, and the story was like, I'm going to fly into this shaft in this giant space station, and one missile will destroy all of it, and then there will be fire and noise in space.
Because noise definitely does not travel through air, which space is lacking.
Yeah. Well, it's special. It's vacuum noise.
Oh, vacuum noise. Forgot about that.
And
now, correct me if I'm wrong, but for some reason, I forget the reason, maybe we never figured it out. Sometimes this planet explodes.
Yeah,
and sometimes it just doesn't. Were we supposed to destroy
supposedly, we just destroyed Slag's outpost, but as you can see, the planet is perfectly intact.
It's still there.
There's not even fire involved.
And we've had it several times where, like, the fire animations spout out, but once all the space smoke clears, then the planet's just still there as it was. It's like there's an exploding thing around it, and it doesn't actually explode. So that's just kind of dumb.
It seems kind of silly that they queue up each different stage of explosion to, like, a different trigger. Just put them on, like, one trigger and just have a timer. So, I mean, if it was just, like...
I mean, it is on rails.
Yeah. Just have, like, one thing that your ship would reach a point, and then it would begin to explode, and then go through the whole explosion process. Anyway. Killing more ships here.
Continuing the circular motion.
Yeah, making sure to blow this ship up ahead of time because it has this beautiful special effect. Actually, compared to a lot of the effects in the game, this one looks really bad.
It doesn't even make sense. It's like little fire spouts in space.
Yeah, once again, fire in space. But by and large, I was really happy with the production value of this and the visual effects and stuff. Crack in Time does look much better, but it is obviously a later game. But as far as launch titles go, like when this came out, I think this was by far the best looking PS3 game. Especially when you think back like Resistance, Fall of Man. But do you ever play Resistance?
I played at some other people's houses, but
yeah, it was not the best looking game, and it was exact same time period as this. And then you had games that came out shortly afterwards, which looked like Uncharted. So technology clearly is moving at slightly different paces depending on which company you're talking about. And then of course you had games like Mercenaries too.
Oh, and here we go through a black hole where there's a nanotech induction ring.
In a black hole.
In the event horizon of a black hole. I mean, we're past the event horizon now, but in the middle of a black hole. And now there's like a skull guy in here too. There's also like rainbow, so I'm thinking we didn't really go through a black hole. There was probably
tripping
some
out on LSD.
Yes, exactly.
Gotta go straight to the drugs.
I mean, look at this. Does this not look like a trip?
Look at that guy. His eyes are different colors.
So here, we're fighting the boss, and these little things that he was shooting, the little bars of energy, I don't even know what they are. They
Nanotech.
also cannot be bested by a circular motion. They sort of can, but you have to time your circular motion. These missiles, however, are completely vulnerable to the circular.
Watch this. This is... I get on target really quickly here, and then I just kind of sit there and just let him shoot me. It's very...
Because it's impossible to lose these unless you try to lose them.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely like just kind of a high stakes game of chicken. Like, because he's bobbing around a little bit. Like, his character model moves up and down very slightly. And because the ship bobs up and down a little bit. The only guaranteed way to hit that little target non-stop is just to sit still. So I just sit there and let him shoot me, and then move away, and then it just goes away and then comes back down for some reason. I think I pushed him in between his stages a little too quickly for his feeble mind to understand.
And there, you can see at the bottom, expert marksman, which we are. Very skilled expert marksman.
I don't really consider that a skillful. There are a few of them that actually are. Here's Kirchu City, which is in the next segment we've been playing for more than long enough.
And commentating. But we have the Razor Claws next.
Yeah, Kirchu City,
boy.
the Razor Claws officially enter the marketplace. So after this little scene about
Camera theft.
pirates attacking Kirchu City, then as soon as it's over, pop the menu open, go into a hard save, and that is the conclusion of segment 8. Bye guys.